Hello, my name is Oro, and today I'm going to be covering some of the settings in the game for people that are curious about what you can change, what affects what, and all that. So, head over to game settings, right? This is where everything's going to happen. You have arcade mode, or arcade setting, and then you have the realistic setting for your presets here. And so on realistic, this is for people that like to manually reload and all that stuff. So we're just going to go over each of these settings, and I'm going to try to do it quickly. So let's just get started. Okay, so disable manual bolt handling. This setting affects whether or not you have to pull the bolt back. And for those of you who aren't gun savvy, this is your bolt right here, and I'm showcasing this with the STG-44 today. Traditionally, you will need to put a mag in and pull the bolt back before you can fire. So now I have an empty gun again, and if I put my gun in, I can't shoot because I haven't pulled my bolt back. Now, some people who aren't familiar with guns, or maybe just simply don't want their game to be as realistic and they want a more arcade experience, going into settings, game, and then turning on this setting will make it so you don't need to pull this slide back. So with the setting turned on, you will see I don't get an indicator to grab onto the bolt anymore, and it's because we no longer need to use the bolts. So if I put a magazine in, you'll notice I haven't pulled the bolt back, but I can shoot anyway, and to prove that that's what that does, we'll empty this mag. Mag's empty, which means there's no bullet in the chamber, or in the magazine. And load, fire. And that's what that setting changes. Let's go on to the next one. Rifle ammo detach mode only. With this setting turned off, which is the default, you'll notice I can grab my clip from my gun by just reaching over and simply grabbing it, right? You can turn on this setting to set it up like the pistol is set up by default, which is detach mode, which is for Oculus users, holding the trigger and then gripping. And you can grab magazine from your pistol. Now, if I reach over and grip, as you can see, I can't grab the magazine anymore until I hold my trigger and then hit grip. Now I can grab this. Moving on to grenade pin detach mode only. With this setting turned off, you'll notice I can reach over and I get the grip indicator, which means I can grab this, pull the pin out, and it will be ready to throw. Now, let's say, like with the ammo of the gun, I don't want to grab the pin with my grip button, and instead I want to be in detach mode. So the way that you'll do that is by turning this setting on. Now, with the setting turned on, I can grab the... What? I can grab... There we go. You'll notice I can grab the pin now and throw it with detach mode. Next up, we're going to move on to allow rifle ammo eject button. Now, under normal circumstances, default for realistic mode is putting your mag in and then chambering your round. Whoops, there we go. And then whatever, and then you can grab the magazine out and put it back in. You'll notice that I'm hitting a button right now. You can't see this, but the magazine is not coming out. Some of you may want to eject your magazine using a button. And to do this, you go to settings, game, and then you will turn on allow rifle ammo eject button. Turn that on, and you will now notice I can now hit a button and magazine pops out. So this is for those who may be more inclined with like M4s and stuff like that as their favorite platform or whatever. It makes gameplay a bit faster. Maybe you just want gameplay to be quicker. Allow pistol ammo eject is just the same thing as this. You'll pretty much always want this one turned on. Allow trigger button store ammo. This setting is I would say more up to personal preference. So again, under normal circumstances, you'll be grabbing magazines and then placing them into your pouch like so. With this option turned on though, you can grab a magazine and then pull the trigger to have it automatically deposited into your pouch. So you can grab rifle ammo and stuff like that really quick. Limb damage scaling. I'll just explain this one since I don't have anybody to shoot at, that I want to shoot at. What this means is that with this setting turned on, shooting someone in the arm or in the head or in the body will have different outcomes. Whereas when you have this setting turned off, if you shoot someone in the head or the body, well, if you shoot them in the body or the leg or in the arm, it'll be the same damage no matter what. And that's what that means. So if you want to, if you're bad at aiming or if you want faster gameplay, you want to turn this off. But if you want realism in your game, you want to turn it on. Friendly fire. You know what friendly fire is, so I'm going to skip that one. Hide enemy health bars. This one's relatively simple as well. You turn it on. If you don't want to see enemy health bars, you turn it off. If you do want to see them, that's it. Grenade pin grab only. Under normal circumstances, like earlier you saw me throw a grenade by grabbing the pin and tossing it. Now, maybe you want to be able to shoot your gun and throw a grenade at the same time. Well, with this setting turned on, that's impossible. However, if you turn this setting off, you'll be able to easily tell the difference by holding the grenade, pulling trigger, and boom, ready to throw. So with some of the other settings in the game, I won't be covering them for a couple different reasons. Like, they're either not that important or not relevant, or you won't really need to change it at all, or I simply don't understand what it does, or whatever. I mostly just covered the important stuff in this video. I do want to end it with like a cool fun fact about pistols. When you have a empty magazine, when you put it in a new mag, you don't have to grab the slide on pistols. You can just hit the same reload eject button or the ammo eject button and it will chamber the slide for you. So cool fun fact if you want to like reload click or whatever. It's just a nice little detail, might help you out in your runs. And with that's really all the important stuff that you need to know. I hope that this helped you figure out how you want to play. You can turn off and on a lot of these settings in order to cater to your gameplay.